What's up, everybody? Are we all ready for a new pandemic? Are we ready for new lockdowns? If we think about what New York is doing, adding National Guard to the subways, introducing us to have essentially the Army, National Guard, whatever, patrolling our streets, as we have migrant camps. I think the one I was reading about was up in Michigan, contracting an outbreak of measles. There's a avian flu that is crossing onto mammals. I read about an outbreak of leprosy in Florida, but the measles were the big one. There were Michigan, California. There was like 8 or 9 other states. Is that the new pandemic? Is that the new, the upgraded one? The presidential, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. The election disease, voting fever, whatever you want to call it. Is that the new normal where every 4 years we have a once in a lifetime pandemic? And people say, oh my God, we're going to die. Every 4 years? Is this really how this is going to play out for now? Or is this one going to be so bad that they're going to suspend the elections? Other countries have done it. I think Ukraine did it. They have a war going on. They can't have an election. They have to solve their own issues first. But if they perpetuate their own problem and keep it going, why would I have to give up power? Why would I have to give up my throne? If I can just keep this war going, I can stay in office forever. Does anybody not see the writing on the wall on that? To where they can just suspend the elections because we have some crazy shit going on? And people that hear this kind of stuff, oh, you're a crazy man, there's no way that could happen. Just like back in World War II, they couldn't just basically straight up kidnap people because they looked a little Chinese. Just like they can't take away your right to own a firearm. Just like they can't make you stay at home and try to force you to get some vaccine. I think the free will thing that we have going on in America is like the best thing we have. You know, the freedom to do what we want as long as we don't hurt people. That's like the beacon, the light, of all the other countries. And we willingly, slowly let it fade away. Nobody's standing up and saying this is some bullshit. Nobody's realizing that all these pandemics and all these diseases have been around for a long time. It's just like something that would happen in high school where, like, if there was a fight in high school, if anybody remembers, like, you would hear about it and, oh, that's crazy, man. But if you were there and you saw it happen, man, you get so hyped up, like, oh shit, look at that, that's crazy. The more they show you this kind of stuff, the more you're gonna say, damn, that's crazy. They fooled me during 2020 for a little bit when it first started happening, because I'm in the delivery business. I'm touching everything from China. I was kind of like, well, what is this? This is weird. 2 years went by, and then I finally got it. And it sucked for a couple weeks, and I got over it. Like any other flu, like any other cough that you get. Measles have been around for how long? The measles and the mumps. Didn't people used to get their kids together so if one kid was contagious, just like the chicken pox? Didn't they used to do that back in the day? oh, that kid has it. Let's get all the other kids around him so they can get over it. They'll catch it and get over it. Same thing with the chicken pox. It's better to get it and get over it. And that's it, man. Like, but because they throw the fear with it into the media, if you look at the news now, go on whatever, site or whatever, CNN or Fox, or all of them, they continue run around this circle over and over again of fear. Of be afraid of this, be afraid of that. There's always some crazy flu or some crazy disease going on over and over and over again, and it's just the new normal now. Oh my God, we have another pandemic, another disease that we have to worry about. Get your 50th, 100th booster vaccine shot, whatever, to make sure you're fucking gonna die, basically. Our bodies, the way the universe created our bodies, it has something called an immune system. Now, there are people that have, a deficient one. I understand that. I'm not a doctor, but I know the last time I took a flu shot, I got sick as shit. I was like 12 years old, 13-ish, something like that. And I got really sick, and I got the flu. I rarely get sick anymore. I don't get shots like that anymore. I think the last shot that I had was a tetanus shot, and that's because I got stabbed with a rusty nail when I was like 17. Like, those are like studied. You know what I mean? They have time to study those vaccines, like 20 years of like information. And yeah, they're safe. There's not really that many side effects, whatever. But all this new DNA twisting, transforming shit that they got going on, the mRNA or whatever it is, they don't know what that's doing to people. They have no clue. It's a couple years old. And if they do know, what are the records are sealed for like 70 years or something like that? And you can't sue anybody. If you're forced to get some kind of shot and you get sick, you can't sue. You can't see the information for 70 years. But we're going to tell you, we're going to strongly recommend you. They tried to force everybody to do it. People got fired from the job. People got let go. People left the army, left the military. I know a lot of people that had to get it. I had a really, really, really good job back then, and luckily we didn't have to take it, but I told him if I did, I'd walk away. I ended up walking away anyway, but that was just for my own reason. But nobody's standing up and saying anything. We keep going through this cycle of retardation, of forgetfulness, of just, wow, something new. There's nothing new. They're going through the same playbook over and over again. They got a playbook of crazy shit that they can do. Pandemic, war, economic. They keep cycling through them. If they do one too much, they'll burn it out. They can't use it anymore. Which is crazy to me that they're using another pandemic now, just because they used one just a few years ago. But that's all I see in the news anymore. Is within the last couple months, it's been all kinds of different diseases that we need to be afraid of. Stop and ask yourself why they do that. When 5 people, when 1,000 people, even if 100,000 people got the measles, would it be a concern? No, man, because that's like 0.05 of the population. If it would affect you personally, yeah, you'll get the measles, man. You'll get over it. Most people get over that kind of stuff. You're going to feel like shit for a little while, just like with any other kind of disease, with any other flu, with any other kind of bug. I know RSV was going around a couple weeks ago on the East Coast. My kids got it. They got sick. They got over it. But that was yet another thing to be afraid of. You know why there's so many diseases now within the last 4 years? Is because in 2020, nobody went anywhere for like a year. We all stayed inside. We kept our kids inside. Our immune systems got so weak because we weren't exposed to anything. It's like how the Native Americans a long time ago were, very vulnerable to, what was it? I can't remember. Some disease. What was it? I can't remember, but anyway, the colonizers, the white man, the evil man, rubbed this shit, smallpox I think it was. We rubbed it on blankets and we gave it to the Indians. And because they had no exposure to it whatsoever, they started dropping like flies. Very fucked up on our part. But the point is they weren't exposed to it, and when they finally were exposed to it, their immune system wasn't built up enough to handle it. Now it's just another bug because people are used to it. If you stay inside, if you bleach everything, if you disinfect everything and use hand sanitizer every 30 seconds, your body is not adapted, it's not equipped to handle those diseases that come in. The universe gave us an immune system to do just that, to fight diseases. And when you don't expose it to said disease, it has no idea to handle it. It has no idea what to do when it is introduced to it. So stay locked up in your house for a year or two. Get all these boosters that weaken your immune system. Eat all this garbage that weakens your immune system. And no wonder the mortality rate of all these diseases is super high. We destroy our immune system. We don't, exercise it, I guess. We're not giving our immune system what it needs, and it's small doses of germs here and there to stay strong. I know I'm not saying it scientifically, but that's how it works. You build up a tolerance to something, but yet we need to live in fear. We need to stay in the shadows with 30 masks on and 1,500 shots, and our tester shoving this fucking giant rod down our noses. And everybody woefully just goes along with it. Because the government is always there to help you. It is always there to show you the right way. For your safety, of course. Of course the government's there for your safety. They wouldn't be there to absolutely destroy and fuck up your life. No way. Not the government. They're always there to help. Said nobody ever, except for the government. Anybody seen or read the Red Riding Hood book? The government is the wolf, and it took its mask off, and we're still saying, "Hi, Grandma." The government has exposed itself a long time ago, and we still sit there and say, "Hi." You want me to destroy my children's lives? Okay. You want me to destroy my body? Okay. You want me to destroy my wealth and my security? Okay. Let's let all these people from third world countries and countries that hate us and want to do us harm, and their motto literally says death to America. Let's let all these people in and let's give them all the taxpayers' money and give them phones and give them hotels and give them houses and pay for all this shit while the American person, the American citizen, has to go to work and take care of all these people. And it's not even all the American people, because 40% of the American population doesn't want to work anyway. Might be more than that. Half the population's got purple hair and they're cats and they're trans, whatever they want to feel today. You want to know why you don't have an immune system? Because you're drinking Starbucks every day. You're not eating healthy food. You're not growing your own food. Like, it twists my mind up so bad to where I don't even know how to find the words to say. Like, obviously, it seems so logical to me that the reason this shit is going on, you can see it. Most people can see it. But there's a lot of people that cannot see the writing on the wall of what's going on. They're so fucking brainwashed. And you say something to them and they either say, oh, you're just a crazy conspiracy. Oh, you're just a Trump supporter. Oh, you just hate illegals or migrants, if you want to call them that. You're racist. You're feminist. There's always some kind of word that they can call you to call you out to make you look like the bad guy. The narcissism and the name calling, whatever you want to call it, on both sides of this government that we have, the political aisle, there's right-wing extremists that are crazy. There are left-wing extremists that are fucking nuts. The majority of the people just want to be left alone and do your thing. God forbid you grow healthy food. There was something I was reading the other day about the raw milk. It was, people get sick from raw milk. It was E. coli outbreak. And what it was is, there's a company called Raw Food or Raw Milk or Raw Farms or something like that. And they had some of their cheese that had E. coli in it. They had a recall. But the way the article was worded was, people get E. coli from raw milk. It's like, dude, we've been drinking raw milk for hundreds, or maybe hundreds of thousands of years, but at least tens of thousands of years. Mankind has been drinking cow milk for a long time. And up until recently, we just started pasteurizing it and killing all the good bacteria in it. How many times have you heard of somebody getting E. coli from any of these random products? But 10 people get hospitalized because there was E. coli in raw milk. And oh my God, see, I knew it. I told you raw milk was bad for you. Nobody do it. They don't want you to eat healthy. They don't want you to grow your own food and have locally, raised meat or any kind of food. They want you to eat this processed shit. The bugs. They want you to eat this nasty garbage that's not good for you. They want to demonize healthy looking food. There was an article yesterday I read. What was it? Some kind of turkey sausage. There was a recall because it had fucking rubber in it. How many times have you read an article about something being recalled and it's, that's crazy, but you're still going to eat it. You're still going to eat the food even though it was recalled. Don't recall it and, get a refund, but you'll still buy it. How many times do you go to McDonald's and it makes you feel like shit, but you still buy it? They screw your order up, you still buy it. All these big companies have recalls all the time, but they downplay it and we'll refund it and continue to buy from us. Okay, I'll eat your garbage. But one little local company has a small recall, and everybody flips the fuck out. Oh my God, people are dying left and right. I don't think anybody died. I think 10 people went to the doctors because they had E. coli. Some of them I think got hospitalized because they got sick. E. coli is dangerous. Sure, I get that. Like, it happens. How many people still fly because they want to get to where they want to go? How many? And Boeing is a good example. How many recalls and screw-ups have they had recently? People still fly. How many people drive every single day to go to work, knowing that there is recalls all the time on vehicles? How many stupid people were driving on the road that should not be driving? They still drive. But they want to demonize everything that you do to be self-sufficient. They want to make it bad, make everything that you do for yourself seem like it's a terrible thing to do. We got measles and mumps, we got leprosy. I'm waiting for the alien invasion at this point. Or the Messiah to come back. Or fucking Elvis to walk out and say he's alive. I wouldn't take anything off the table this year. 2024 is going to be a crazy, crazy year. We're 3.5 months in. No, I'm sorry. We're 2.5 months in. And already it's gone completely fucking mental. Even more so than it was a few years ago. I would prepare for some kind of crazy civil war. I honestly would. I would prepare for... I always thought martial law might be crazy in America and it would never happen because people would say no. But they've already implemented it in New York. They already tested it in 2020. They already were looking what they could get away with. Does anybody remember Jade Helm, like 10 years ago? The practicing of, that was huge, man. They were learning and training how to fight on civilian, on American land. Why was the Department of Homeland Security a few years ago buying millions of rounds of ammo? Why are they giving tax collectors firearms? Why are the training targets for DHS? Why is it literally civilians and not a bad guy with a turban on? Why are the little pieces of paper that they shoot out to practice, why is it like a little kid or a woman or somebody in civilian clothes? It is to psychologically train them that this is the bad guy, or when it actually does happen, they can actually go through with it. We are going down a very, very dark path in this country, and you need to get prepared for it, for your family and for yourself. It starts with little things here and there. Little breadcrumbs for the beast to eat to go deeper down this path. We're going to be Haiti 2.0. We are going to be Venezuela. We're going to be fucked here soon. You need to learn to take care of yourself. Don't rely on the government. God, please don't rely on the government. I don't want you to die. I want you to prosper in this time. I want you to be able to prepare and defend yourself at this time. I hope everybody has an amazing day. See ya.